Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Zetsubou here, and today I'll be doing the top 5 worst zombies cutscenes in all of Call of Duty Zombies. Now, a few days ago I made a video on the top 5 best cutscenes. Today I'll be making a video on the top 5 worst zombie cutscenes. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that these are the 5 cutscenes that I think are the worst. A lot of people might have different opinions on it, but this is just my opinion. So, without further ado, let's get started. So coming in at the number 5 spot is the Garage Crovey intro cutscene. Now, in my opinion, I find this cutscene very dull. Now, obviously, it looks pretty cool. You know, they're all falling from the sky, a lot of stuff going on, but I just don't understand really what's going on. I know they fall out of the rift or whatever, and they're falling into Stalingrad because that's where Garage Crovey takes place. But still, I don't really understand what's going on. A lot of things are going on at once right now. So it's very weird and very hard to understand, in my opinion. But another reason why I dislike this cutscene a lot is because we find out that Peter McKay is dead. A lot of people wanted to find out what actually happened to Peter McKay. We haven't seen him for a long time in the zombie storyline, and we do see him in this cutscene, but he's dead, and a lot of people were disappointed in that. A lot of people liked the character he was. A lot of people liked Peter McKay, and a lot of people wanted him to stay alive and have a bigger role in the zombie storyline, but he didn't, because Treyarch just decided to end his life and just kill him and throw him in this cutscene just to let everybody know. Now, in this cutscene, he is a bit important. He is holding the parachute that our 4 characters use, but still, he's dead. And that is very sad because I really wanted to see him more in the zombie storyline. And just watching that cutscene and seeing him dead kind of made me mad. So I wasn't really able to enjoy the rest of the cutscene. But the cutscene just wasn't really that good anyways. So that is why it's on this list, and that is why it's at the number 5 spot. So coming in at the number 4 spot is the Zetsubou no Shima ending cutscene. Now, it's basically the exact same thing as all the other ending cutscenes in Black Ops 3 Zombies. They're killing off their original selves. So I kind of, again, knew what was going to happen in this cutscene. I was expecting Takeo to kill Takeo. But again, similar to the Garage Crovey intro cutscene, but this one I did understand what was going on, but there's a lot of weird parts about it. Like, there's a lot of weird quotes, like this one right here.
You'll be my kaishakunin. It is my honor.
I wish Treyarch sort of made their ending cutscenes a bit better, because in my opinion there are only 2 ending cutscenes in Black Ops 3 Zombies that are good, and that's Shadows of Evil ending cutscene and the Dreisendrach ending cutscene. The reason why the Shadows of Evil ending cutscene is really good is because we see Richthofen for the first time in Black Ops 3. You know, we see him come out of the rift and take the summoning key. That's pretty cool. And then we see in Dreisendrach, it's the first cutscene that we see where they're killing off their old selves. So it's pretty cool to see that happen. It's pretty cool to see them kill Dempsey when Dempsey falls into the map like that. That is really cool. But after a while with Zetsubou and then Garage Crovey, it just got very dull, and the same thing over and over again. I knew going into Zetsubou, I'm going to see the cutscene, I'm going to see Takeo kill Takeo, and then same with Garage Crovey, I'm going to see Nikolai kill Nikolai. I knew exactly what was going to happen, and that is the main reason why that the Zetsubou no Shima ending cutscene is only at the number 4 spot. So coming in at the number 3 spot is the 5 intro cutscene, all the way back from Black Ops 1. And the main reason why that this is on this list is because I don't really understand why Treyarch would do this. I don't understand why Treyarch would put these presidents, these world leaders in a zombies map. It was just a weird map. Now, personally, the map itself I didn't really enjoy. There was 2 maps in Black Ops 1 that we got to start. That was Kino and that was 5. And by far, Kino was way better than 5. 5 was a map that I would play every once in a while, but Kino was the map that I would play non-stop until we got Ascension. So I didn't really play 5, and when I watched this cutscene, it just wasn't that good. It was weird. I don't understand why they would have a map in the Pentagon and with the world leaders. Now, I understand Treyarch trying to be different and stuff like that. I do understand that, but I think they should have just kept Richthofen, Nikolai, Dempsey, and Takeo in there and not have these presidents. Now, it was a good idea. It was a really good idea, and I know a lot of people did like it. I know a lot of people liked 5, and I have nothing against the maps, just the cutscene's a bit dull, and it's very dark. It's a very dark cutscene as well, and that's another reason why it's on this list. So again, the cutscene is dark, and I don't really understand why they would have these world leaders in the game, and also I didn't really enjoy the map that much, so that's the main reason why that this is at the number 3 spot. So coming in at the number 2 spot is the Die Rise intro cutscene. Now Die Rise, the map itself, in my opinion, wasn't very good. In my opinion, it's the weakest in Black Ops 2, because we saw great maps like Mob of the Dead, we saw great maps like Origins, we saw great maps like Bus Depot, Farm, great maps. And by far, in my opinion, I think that Die Rise is definitely the worst map out of all those. So I didn't really get to see the intro cutscene that much on this map because I didn't play it that much. But when I did see the intro cutscene, it wasn't entertaining at all to me. It felt like really you just didn't feel like there's a cutscene there, because basically all it was you see our 4 characters up there. You know, the zombies attack them, they go in an elevator, they come out of the elevator, there's more zombies, and then all of a sudden you spawn to the map. There's no real story to this cutscene, and that's why I just didn't really enjoy it, and that's why this cutscene is at the number 2 spot. So coming in at the number 1 spot, coming in at the worst cutscene in all of Call of Duty Zombies history, has to be by far the Revelations ending cutscene. Now this cutscene, if it was in any other map, it would be okay. It would be a pretty good cutscene. But the problem with this cutscene is that this is the final map in Black Ops 3. This is the final map in this storyline, and it was just not good. We expected way more. When I watched it and it finished, the first thing I said was, that's it. Like, I was like, that's it? Are you kidding me? This is all we got? I expected more after it ended, maybe a little tease at the end of the next Treyarch game or something like that, but nothing was there. It wasn't a good ending. It was very dull. And another bad thing about this map was how hard it was to actually get to this cutscene. The Easter egg itself was not that hard, but there was just so many glitches on this map. There's so many glitches on Revelations. Game crashes as well. You're in the boss fight, the game would just randomly crash. It was just so hard to get to the Easter egg. So the Easter egg wasn't a good Easter egg at all. And once we finally cracked it, after like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, of just trying to get to this cutscene, trying to see this cutscene, once it actually got cracked, once we actually saw it, it wasn't good at all. Like I wasn't happy, because all that work just to get that cutscene, and then you get this crappy cutscene that, you know, it's not that bad. You know, we see Monty, it's pretty cool scenery, you know, the sun going over the field there, Monty talking to our 4 characters. But for a last map at the end of the storyline, they had to make it better. They had to have this big finale, and they didn't. We do see the 4 characters back with the staffs, which is pretty cool, but again, we needed more. It's the final map. They had to have more, and they didn't deliver. They didn't deliver on Revelations. In my opinion, again, the map was an okay map. For high round attempts, it was okay. It was easy, it was fun, but for the Easter egg, not a good map. Do not play it. If you want to do an Easter egg attempt, do not play Revelations. Play another map like Horizon Drac or Shadows of Evil. Those are the best. Do not play Revelations. Revelations Easter egg is so glitchy. The game crashes all the time. Just not a good map for the Easter egg, and the ending cutscene was definitely not good at all. It just wasn't there. So that is the main reason why that the Revelations ending cutscene is at the number 1 spot for the worst cutscene of all time in Call of Duty Zombies, because for an ending, it just wasn't good and it just wasn't there.